Going on, y'all? Welcome back. This is Queen Shade's YouTube channel. Listen, I came back and I had to talk about, relationships, specifically black men and black women, because we all know, well, not all of us know, but some of us are aware that it's a spiritual warfare going out here. And, from history and everything, and it's just I want to say the enemy knows that a black man is powerful, and also a black woman is powerful. And the enemy has done many things in our ethnicity, to keep us in slavery, and to keep us down, to make us feel like we cannot be successful without going left, if you know what I mean. And it's not just black people though, and even in the industry who have sold their souls, and in the industry who just got a contract with the devil. There's white folks out there too, but if you look and pay closely attention, it's a black person that's under a white person who have done those things as well. And what I always say is that Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. And sometimes people's success comes faster than others, and it depends on your timing. The God, like I said, is never late. We may feel like he's late, but he's never late. And it's whatever the time and the season that God has for you to bring you up and to raise you up. To raise you up like no other. I'm telling you. And some people feel like they want it fast. They want like quick money, and I'm going off topic a little bit, but if you feel what I'm getting to, people feel like they have to go left, sell drugs, and sniff cocaine, and now a lot of people are just smoking weed, and it's just frying their brain, and it's making you look bad, and you smell like a skunk, like, honestly, and it's not a good look. I remember my generation, maybe a few people did that here and there, but most of us were into cologne and perfume, folks. I mean, cologne and perfume have seemed to been washed away from, the generation here today. It's just the weed smelling. That's what you smell. Maybe a few people may wear cologne, perfume, but even it's like a lot of women. I'm like, what in the world are you doing? Before you even turn 40, you want to look 70. Like, weed deteriorates your look. Like, just like drinking and cigarettes. It's all just poison. And I know some people do that kind of stuff to, take away from the problems that they're going through. But it's like this generation literally is being attacked. And I think they have a lower tolerance for a lot of things, which is why they, resort to weed. And it's weed just like alcohol. It's a temporary fix. But guess what? When you get back to your consciousness and your sound mind, the problem will still be there. So I'm all about finding positive coping skills. But anyway, the enemy knows, as far as relationship, that, the black man and black woman are powerful. And now that I see it's a lot going on with black men and women, is that they're turning against each other. It's a lot of angry folks out there, black men mad at, black women, and vice versa, black women mad at black men. And it all comes as, what I can say is it's a lot of successful black women out there, who are millionaires. And it's a lot of black men out there that's successful too, but there's more women than men. It is. And what I always say is that you have to seek God for your kingdom spouse. And, you cannot just date people based upon their looks. Yes, God is going to have you, he's going to send someone that you're going to be attracted to, of course, but it's going to be something in them that you will need in your life that you do not have, that may help you out, that may move you forward, that may help you rise up more, that may expand maybe your business, maybe, augment something in your life. God will have that person sent into your life for a reason, but it's up to you to use your discernment and to ask the Lord, is this person for me? And, it's a lot of people that's missing out on blessings because, oh, I'm mad at the black woman or I'm mad at the black man. Listen, like I stated in my previous videos regarding black women, it's basically ridiculous, like I said, to be looking for 6 feet all the time. 6 feet, six figures, and, Mercedes Benz, and, like, why does he have to have those things? What if he's selling drugs and, you have children and, you know, like that's how he's got to his 6 figures. That's how he's, got his Mercedes Benz. That's how he got his fancy clothes and, cologne. Would you want your children around that? It's like you gotta be realistic with your expectations. And what I mean is that, like, you could be like maybe 5'2", and like myself, and you're looking for a man that's 6 feet. Why? Why can't you just lower it to maybe 5'8", or maybe 5'9", or maybe 5'7"? You're 5'2", he's gonna be, taller than you anyway. Like I said, I've never really met a guy who was my height, and if I did, maybe if he was an inch taller, if he was my husband, then hey, it is what it is. That's the man that guy has for me. But women nowadays are just, like I said, it was that lady going around with this restaurant list was crazy. That's really ridiculous. And then I spoke about that before. Someone said, respect, is always, standard. Yeah, but that has nothing to do with respect. It's about purpose. What is your purpose? You have to be purpose driven nowadays. What are you dating for? Ask yourself this. I'm not leading nobody to hell. I'm going to tell you, when you date, you need to be dating for a purpose to get married. You need to be dating for a purpose to get married. Not just dating to just, have fun or this and that, whatever, and, just to have a free meal. You need to date with a purpose to get married, because you're wasting your own time, and not only that, you're wasting the other person's time. And it's like, you want to understand that even as a black woman, we go through a lot of issues that a lot of men, don't understand, and, even with our hair, we feel like we got to wear wigs all the time, or, we can't wear our natural hair out, or, we got to wear this style and wear this straight style all the time and this and that, whatever. And it could be understandable in most cases. Like I said, I understand because I'm a woman myself, and some people deal with like a lot of scalp issues. Some people not confident with having their real hair out. Some people, trying to wait till their hair maybe get to a certain length. And then you got those girls out there that literally have the longest hair ever and still wearing wigs. You just never know what's under that wig. And men are, visuals. They look at physical first before anything, like I stated before. And a man will look at a woman's body first before he look at her face. That's how it is. He would look at her hair before anything else, because he's gonna at the physical. Men are physical, and women are more so, for a character and everything, and because you can have a 6-pack, the nicest body ever, but still be a jerk, really. But I can understand the hair part. Like I said, I hear so many conversations about hair, wigs and this and that, but I can understand it because, like I said, some people have not just hair conditions. Some people have scalp issues that other people don't understand, that they may not want to share. They may feel like that's just between them and God. And as far as dressing, I think women do need to dress more classy. Stop wearing your lingerie outside. Keep that for your husband, or for the man that's going to be your husband. And hold out until marriage. Be celibate. Not celibate, I'm sorry. Be abstinent before marriage, because the man that likes you, he will wait. Be abstinent, and wait out, because let me tell you, he will be appreciative, of you being abstinent, before you get married to him. And the man will actually respect you more when you hold out. Don't throw that 90-day crap that Steve Harvey put out. That's a bunch of crap. I'm not listening to nobody who's been married about 3 or 4 times. No, ma'am. So anyway, you just have to do better. Even Monique said, I've seen women walking through the airport with bonnets and slippers on. Like, women, we have to do better. We have to do better. There's no way in the world you should be walking through the airport with your pajamas, slippers, and bonnets on. That's not cool. That's not cool at all. We have to um, respect ourselves more, and look more presentable. And you cannot require this and that from a man when you not bringing even a chair to the table. You cannot, say I want a man with six figures, because that man with six figures, let me tell you, he's not gonna be faithful. 9 times out of 10, he's not gonna be faithful. And if you do not care about that, then that's a problem. That's something you need to work on within yourself. Like, that means you do not value yourself. That's what it means. That means you do not think you are worthy of a man being faithful to you. You do not think that you're number one and the only one, and it's just a lot of factors that plays into that. You have to want a man who will maybe be compassionate, who can be a provider. He doesn't have to have a Mercedes Benz. He doesn't have to make six figures. Who knows? You may get with them and y'all can build something up and make six figures. Y'all together. Y'all may can do all that together. Make six figures and have a business together or whatever. But having that requirement is crazy. Like, it's just like I'm just hearing six figures, and he has to do this and do that. Like, real man knows what he first of all should be doing in the first place. And then sometimes you just have to, maybe teach them, and you have to communicate and tell them what you want, and it has to be realistic. If you want him to, take you out more, if you want him to call you more or something like that, or if you want him, to be more involved, with helping you or something like that, or check on you or something like that, okay. Communicate that to him, but don't try to give him hints, because a man gonna be looking like, what the heck is she talking about? You have to be specific, and communication is major. You have to be honest, you have to be respectful, and yelling and yelling, like I said in my last video, will not get nobody nowhere. Yelling to get your point across, and also using profanity. Like, we have to stop cursing. Why do you feel like you have to curse to get your point across? That's just a nasty mouth, and that's disrespectful. I feel like, that's just trashy and not classy at all. Somebody cursing me, if I'm dating you, and maybe that's something you're used to doing, and you're trying to change it. And you're trying to change it because you're realizing I don't curse, and you're like, what? Wait a minute, she don't curse. But I'm used to cursing. It may take some time for you to stop cursing, but as you're around me more, you may stop cursing because I'm not cursing. You see me like I'm not cursing, but you're like, wow, she don't curse. And then it may lessen a little bit. But you know what I'm saying. But it's just, you folks have to be realistic with your expectations. And also, men. I know there's a lot of women out there that got the BBLs done and, doing all this and doing all that with their bodies, and you want something natural, and that has been communicated a lot, and it is a lot of toxicity out there. It is. But, um, like I always say, you have to look at it from a spiritual perspective, but you have to be in God to do this. You have to have a relationship with God to do this. You have to be on that spiritual level to know what I'm talking about, and to understand what I'm talking about, because when God has your spouse, you will know. Like, it don't take long for you guys to know who your wife is, and it don't take you long at all, but you guys have to also be realistic, and stop, you know blaming women for your mishaps in life. Stop arguing with women. Stop debating. You're a man. A woman's going to naturally be emotional before you. She's going to be more emotional than you. You're not really emotional creatures, So if she's arguing, maybe it's a way she don't know how to communicate that across. But if she's being disrespectful, what you can say to her is, listen, you need to stop. In order for us to continue this conversation, I'm going to need for you to be respectful. And if you can't do that, I'm walking away. She's still arguing, walk out until she's able to get herself together, because she will learn how to respect you. But you guys have to stop expecting a woman to bow down to you, to submit to you automatically. Like I said, it don't work like that. A woman is not going to just submit to you because you're a man. She's going to submit to you when you honor her, when you respect her first. And submission will come naturally. It's not something because I'm a woman I have to submit to you. When you lead me, it will come naturally. Trust me, because I don't want to be masculine. I don't think most women want to be masculine, but most women out here are feeling like there's nobody out there to protect them. There's no one out there to provide for them. They have to do everything already, so that's why they call themselves independent, because they are independent, but there's a difference between being independent and being masculine, because you can be independent, but it can balance out, because if you're letting the man lead and not trying to wear his pants and take his place, then that's where the masculinity falls on his side. You can still be feminine and independent at the same time. And I've discussed this before in my past videos, but it's some ladies out there just, really masculine. And it comes from, a background, maybe a experience that they went through, and what you can say to her, listen, I need you just to tone it down just a little bit, like, let me do this, let me handle this. If she see you taking the lead more, then she will like, okay, wow, like he's taking the lead, I can, it'll come naturally. You do those things that you're supposed to be doing that God has written in the Bible, then guess what? It's going to come natural, because the Bible does say a woman's supposed to respect her husband, and it also says a man is supposed to respect his wife as well, and it's just a lot of mess going on. But all I know is a black man and a black woman are powerful. So when you bring those two together, that's even more powerful. Two is always better than one. So when you have these things going around, such as this German lady coming on in and, speaking on black women, it's just nothing but the devil. And that's what I said in my last video. It's a spiritual thing, because the devil has attacked black men a lot, and now the devil is really aiming for black women, because there's power within a black woman, just as there's power in a black man, but a lot of women nowadays, are trying to take the place. This is a different subject, and they're like, well, they're a single mother and Father's Day comes along. They're saying, oh, I'm the father too. No, 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 no. You're never going to be the father. I'm telling you, no matter what you went through, I'm sorry. You're not going to be the father, because you will never take the place of a man, just as a man can never take the place of a woman. So when it's Father's Day coming along, you have to honor that. You have to respect it, because you have to realize that you're the one who slept with him too. You lay down in the bed with him. So even if he's not in the child's life and this and that, stop saying, oh, I'm the father too. It's Happy Father's Day to me. No, it will never be Happy Father's Day to you. It will just only be Happy Mother's Day. You have your day, and then the men have their day. Happy Father's Day, then Happy Mother's Day. So, and it comes from a hurt background. It comes from a place where women have been through a lot of trauma and toxic situations. And people need healing. That's why I say healing is so important. You have to see it through the spiritual realm. This is a spiritual thing. You have to see it through the spiritual realm. And these just podcasts, the red pill men who are bitter, and they don't promote marriage. They don't promote healthy. They just go in there and just bash women. That's why I don't condone them, because, and I'm even mad at the women that's going on there arguing with them. Like, why even go in there? Like, don't go in there with those men. Those men don't have no common sense. And it's not many men out here that has common sense. It's just men out there also to make a dollar off of the woman. You're there to make the dollar off of the woman, and you're there to just get attention, to get followers and this and that, whatever. I'm not with the red pill men. They are a bunch of bitter, grown boys who are mad at black women specifically, and what I say is, you just have to get some help, get some healing. But it's up to someone first to acknowledge the problem first. It's not our fault, that you are the way you are. You picked and chose that woman back in the day. You picked her. You made that decision yourself. So where does accountability lie? And this is on both sides. For black men and women, you have to take accountability. You have to stop whining and pointing fingers. Take accountability, admit that you're wrong, and move forward. And this is for, like I said, both black men and women. You have to realize that you are a powerful force. You're very powerful. Listen, we are very intelligent ethnicity, very intelligent. And it's just ridiculous how we're tearing each other down. It's like you're having these podcasts, these lives going on, and I see this mess going on. It needs to stop. It needs to stop. It's like I feel like men going to get to the. It's gonna be some men that get to the point where so they're so angry that they want to turn gay. They're so angry at women, they're going to turn gay. And just the same as for a woman. They're going to be so angry at men. Oh, I'm going to get me a girlfriend. You're really following the devil's road. Listen, like I always say, each person is different, but that's why I always say get some healing. And healing is through Christ, Jesus Christ prayer. Find a church somewhere. Ask God, where should you go? Don't be mad at the church. The church didn't do nothing to you. It may have been the people inside the church, but God's house never did anything to nobody. So find a church to where though you feel the presence of God in there and you get into the Lord. Get into God. Because I'm telling you folks, we have no time left, and especially no time to be playing around. This is not the time to be playing around. Either you get married and be with your wife and honor her. You find a wife, because it says a man who finds a wife finds a what? Finds a good thing. Listen, oh boy, you guys can do it. Don't give up. Don't let that one or second or third bad experience taint your perspective of each other. Don't let it happen, because that's what the devil wants. Why you think we go through so much? Why you think, we go through this and that? Because we're chosen ones. We're God's chosen. Listen, folks, we got to get it together. As you see these things going around the world, it's not going to get better. It's going to get worse. But God will give you peace right at all. It's going to be a lot of good things happening as well. And God will work through you if you allow him to. God will work through you if you allow God to work through you. Wow, this is 22 minutes. I've never talked this long, but I just had to get on here and talk about this because it's just so much ruckus and, toxicity and, just angry folks. And, I had to block this one individual from one of my videos because I don't condone any, disrespect. And you can voice your opinion, but just in a respectful manner. So with that being said, share your thoughts. Let me know what you think. And, like I said, this is a spiritual perspective. I'm coming from the spiritual realm. So listen clearly and listen carefully. All right, folks, don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, check out the link in my bio.